so I don't do distractions. I'm coming back.
Yo, what it do? It's your boys Juice and Lou, and we back here with another episode for y'all. Yes, sir. Part 3, final part of the mock drafts. We're gonna go from 21 to 32, and it's gonna be a good one for us, because this is where all the good teams draft, and let's see if they get some of these good teams can add what they need, and yeah. But unfortunately, our good friend Austin could not be with us today. But we have a video of his picks, and we're going to play it for you guys right now.
Yo, what's good, y'all? This is Austin coming at y'all with the mock draft picks 21 to 32. Unfortunately, I can't be with Jalen and Justin right now to be able to do it live, so I'm doing mine a little bit later, and we just going to add it onto the video. So without further ado, I'm going to give y'all my picks, 21 to 32. I'm going to tell y'all what I think is going to happen for round 1 of the draft as we finish up this little mock draft series we've done the past few episodes. So first off, at number 21, the Colts currently have 21. And there is a glaring need at left tackle, but I don't really think there's a tackle you take at 21. I mean, they could go Sam Cosmi, which is offensive tackle out of Texas, but I don't think they go Cosmi this early. I think they see Kwity Paye, who was at one point in time a projected top 10 pick in the draft. I think they go Kwity Paye out of Michigan, defensive end. He'd fit really nicely in to replace Justin Houston in that 3-4 defense. Or not 3-4, I'm sorry. They don't run a 3-4. They run a 4-3. I'm thinking of something else. So yeah, they're on a 4-3. I think he'd fit nicely in at defensive end, but yeah, to replace Justin Houston. And yeah. For number 22, the Titans, they desperately need defensive end help. They need pass rush help, to be more specific. They lost Clowney. They did sign Bud Dupree in the offseason, which I think was a good signing for him. I think a little expensive, but I think it was still a solid signing. I got them going to Azeez Ojulari, defensive end out of Georgia. I think he'll be better as a 3-4 outside linebacker rather than a defensive end. And the Titans do run a kind of a hybrid, I think, between a 4-3 and 3-4. But for those 3-4 snaps, if he lines up at linebacker, I think he'll be pretty effective for him. The Jets. This is a little tricky pick because the Jets could go a number of ways here. I've got them going corner Greg Newsome out of Northwestern, and I think Caleb Farley is going to fall very, very far to possibly the second round. And this is why I got Newsome going over him, because Newsome is a very technically sound, and he's a lot of really good footwork as a cornerback. And that's something that, although you can teach, if you can get that down naturally, that's, the foundation for being a really good corner in the NFL. But yeah, I've got him going Greg Newsome. I think they could go running back, and if they did, they would go Travis Etienne over Najee Harris. But I think they're going to go corner because they lost Brian Poole in free agency. They really don't have anybody else in that defense or in that secondary to guard anybody. So I think Greg Newsome's going to be the pick here. Number 24, the Steelers. This one I bounce back and forth between. My pick is that they're going to go Landon Dickerson, interior lineman out of Alabama. I think he's going to be their new center. As you know, Marquise Pouncey retired. Steeler great. But they got to replace that hole at center, because if they don't, the center is the most important piece of the offensive line for a quarterback. The left tackle, when it comes to a blocking perspective, yeah, that's the most important. But the communication between a center and a quarterback is key for running an offense. So I think Landon Dickerson's going to be the pick here. I think they I think they toy with the idea of, okay, do we pick up a running back here? And if we pick up a running back, we go Najee Harris. But I don't think they'll go Najee Harris for the sole reason that running backs are very replaceable. Running backs are very expendable, and you can easily get a running back that could be your franchise running back for 2 or 3 years in the 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds. Plus, they already have Benny Snell, who, he was a rookie for, I think, was he a 4th round rookie a couple years ago? So they give him a chance to maybe be the lead back since James Conner's finally gone. Number 25, we got the Jags. The Jags, I think they could possibly go tackle here. You get Trevor Lawrence. What do you want to do with Trevor Lawrence? You want to protect him. But I think they go Rondale Moore, who's wide receiver out of Purdue. Reminds me a lot of Jalen Reagor out of last year's draft. I think he'll be slightly better. He's really good after the catch. He's got really, really good deep route running skills, and he's a burner. He also kind of reminds me of Hollywood Brown, just a better route runner. And you want to get Trevor Lawrence a deep weapon to pair with DJ Chark and who the hell else is on the receivers right now for the Jags? It's DJ Chark, and who the hell else is on the receivers right now for the Jags? It's DJ Chark. I'm not gonna lie to you, I can't think of off the top of my head, so that just explains right there why I think they should go Rondell Moore. Number 26, the Browns. This one's a very easy, surefire pick. I got the Browns going Christian Barmore, defensive tackle out of Alabama. I don't see how they don't go Barmore here, especially with the news this morning of them releasing Sheldon Richardson. They have absolutely nobody at the defensive tackle spot now. Absolutely nobody. They just brought in Jadeveon Clowney. They've got Myles Garrett on the other side. What else to do than to draft a defensive tackle to bolster that defensive line? And Christian Barmore reminds me a lot of Fletcher Cox. So if he can live up to that, that's a stout defensive line over there in Cleveland that could create a lot of problems for a pretty long time. Number 27, I got the Ravens going Jason Owe, defensive end out of Penn State. I think he could play outside linebacker. He reminds me a lot of Montez Sweat. He's blazing fast for a defensive end. Like I said, I think he could play outside linebacker. I think he would be better pass rushing from there because he's a very quick finesse guy. Like I said, he's basically a clone of Montez Sweat. I think he might just be a tad slower. So, yeah, I got the Ravens going them because they desperately need edge help. Number 28, the Saints. I got the Saints going Trayvon Moehrig out of TCU, safety. They need to figure out what they're doing in that secondary. I know they got Marcus Williams and they got CJJ, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. But they kind of run him at both safety and corner. And I think you get him and you run him at corner, and then you get Trayvon Moehrig to run at safety. And I think that could really help give their secondary a good identity. Number 29, the Packers. I got the Packers going Elijah Moore because they desperately need receiving help outside of Devontae Adams. Aaron Rodgers needs some damn weapons. And I think it's about time they finally get a first-round pick and pick a receiver, because outside of Devontae Adams, you got Marquise Valdes-Scantling, who's going to drop the ball almost every other time it's thrown to him. He's really, really bad with catching. He's a good deep route runner. I'll give him that. He does get open. He does get his fair share of deep balls. And when he does good, where credit is due, he's good at receiving the ball deep. But he has really bad drop problems. And outside of those two, you just got a bunch of people that fit well because Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback. Number 30. This one is where things get a little interesting. Caleb Farley is still on the board, and Philadelphia picks Devontae Smith at 12. So I got Philly, and this is no bias. I've heard reports about something like this possibly happening. I've got Philly trading Zach Ertz and the 37th pick to the Bills for number 30, and maybe like a 4th or a 5th round pick thrown in extra, and I got it taking Caleb Farley. Philly trading up for Caleb Farley. He's still there. He had the back injury, back surgery. They're no, he's sliding. We don't really know how he's going to play when he's healthy, but that's what Philly does. Josh Sweat, Sidney Jones, just examples of us taking injured players that could live up to potential. So yeah, I think that would bolster our secondary with Darius Slay. It'd be a good pairing, and I would love to see that personally. Even if it means getting rid of a longtime fan favorite in Ertz, I think it would be amazing to see. Number 31, the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to go Zaven Collins, linebacker to Tulsa. I know they lost a lot of offensive line help, but they did gain some of that back with Joe Thuney. But I think they go linebacker because they saw what good linebackers do in the Super Bowl. Levante David and Devin White absolutely destroyed them. So what are they going to do? They're going to go and build that linebacking core, and they're going to spend that first-round pick on Zaven Collins because he's a traditional 4-3 linebacker he's a good run stopper, but he's pretty decent in pass coverage too. And the last pick with the Bucks, there's a million things I think they could do here. I personally don't actually think the Bucks are going to make this pick. I think this pick is going to be traded. I can't tell you who because I actually have no idea who this could be traded to. It could be a number of teams. But if the Bucks do make this pick, let's just say for the sake of the draft, I've got them picking one of two players, and I think it's very evenly split between these two players. All right, my recording actually cut off, so we were on the 32nd pick with the Bucks. I said that they could go Levi Onwuzurike, defensive tackle out of Washington, who would fit really good in that 3-4 defense. Probably a defensive end in the 3-4. Him, Ndamukong Suh, Vita nose tackle. But right before it cut off, I was saying this could be the very big surprise pick of the draft. Something not a lot of people are going to see coming. And that pick is Davis Mills, quarterback out of Stanford. Not many people are really talking about Davis Mills. I've seen some things about him saying, at one point he was a projected 4th, 5th round pick. And then I've seen some news. Maybe he goes, in the first round, like very late to a team that wants a quarterback that misses out on the top 5 quarterbacks in this draft. I think that would just be a pick. I think Tom Brady could lobby for that. He could teach him. It's just a pick I could see happening with a Tom Brady's team. And I think Davis Mills, I don't think he's really anything special, but, neither were a lot of quarterbacks coming into this draft. And I think with the right mentor and Tom Brady, you can mold him into something really good for the future over there in Tampa Bay, because Brady ain't getting any younger. I mean, he might play till he's 50 at this rate, but he ain't getting any younger. So yeah, that's my picks 31 through 32. Let me know if y'all agree or disagree in the comments below. I'll catch y'all on the next podcast episode I'm on. When that may be, I don't know. But I'll let y'all know, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Thank you, Austin, for that video. We appreciate you for still being with us in spirit.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it going for you, big dog. All right, Jalen, I'm going to let you go next. Go ahead.
All right. So I still have the Colts at the 21st pick right now in the draft. And I say they go edge rusher here. And they take Kwity Paye from Michigan. He's a senior. And, they got Darius Leonard, DeForest Buckner on the line. But I feel like if they have another rusher off the edge, power rusher guy, that'll help their defense tremendously. I mean, they already had a top 5 defense. So they also lost some key players this past year with linebackers as well. So I think they'll go a younger edge rusher, like I said, to help with the pass rush and to help their corners. I think they may lose Malik Hooker as well on defense. So maybe getting faster to the quarterback doesn't have to really spend time their corners and coverage that long. So I got them taking Paye at 21. At 22, I have the Tennessee Titans still picking. I say they go offensive tackle here, and they take Samuel Cosmi, Texas. No, Ryan Tannehill still on the team. They got the same offense almost, but they lost Corey Davis. He went to the Jets this year. So they still got Derrick Henry. Adding more O-linemen to block for Derrick Henry, I mean, hey, hopefully that'll help them out in the long run. And I like that pickup for them, in my opinion. At 23, I think this is going to be a steal, honestly. I got Najee Harris from Alabama, the running back, going to the Jets. Now, the Jets, they took Zach Wilson earlier. They need a new running back. I thought they would get James Conner, but he went to the Cardinals. So them drafting Najee Harris here, they get a new fresh leg at running back instead of Frank Gore's old self. I like him coming in day one starting right behind Zach Wilson. Then you got Corey Davis split it wide out. I really like that pickup. They do that at 23. That's a solid offensive start, in my opinion. So I got Najee Harris at 23, 24. I got the Steelers going O-line, an offensive center, and Creed Humphrey. Pouncey just retired for them this offseason. Big Ben needs a new young guy for, I don't know how long Ben got. Probably 2 more years.
A year. 1 year. He's going for 1 year.
Gets a new center. I see them getting Creed here. At 25, the Jags, they drafted Trevor Lawrence, of course, in my opinion, number 1. I say they go edge rusher to help Josh Allen out, defensive end. They draft Joseph Osai from Texas. See, I really like the Jags defense already. They got C.J. Henderson, and then they got Josh Allen on the line. Miles Jack is still there. So their defense, in my opinion, already starting to be solid. A young group of guys, like a new, fresh legs, like the Jalen Ramsey, A.J. Bouye era. So them drafting another edge rusher, I think that would be significant to go on the other side of Josh Allen, get to the quarterback. At 26, we talked about the Browns talk about the Browns tomorrow, actually. And I got them drafting Xavier Collins here because they are very high on this guy. He's from Tulsa. I got them going there with the 26th pick. For the 27th pick, I have the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I was thinking about switching the pick here. I had them drafting linebacker first, but then I see reports they're looking at wideout possibly in the first round. and I got them drafting Terrace Marshall Jr. from LSU. I see him. People were saying he's a really good receiver. Actually, he could be top 3 out this draft. Hopefully he's gonna play well with Lamar and that offense. Greg Roman, he's not the best schemer in my opinion when it comes to offensive routes. So putting him next to Hollywood Brown, Mark Andrews on the field, another hopefully a receiver who can help him, and Sammy Watkins, of course, who they got. Hopefully that will help them in the future offense. At 28, I still have the Saints with their pick here. I got them drafting linebacker Jamin Davis from Kentucky. 29, I'm going with the Packers. I'm drafting the number 1 corner, in my opinion, to pair with Jair, and that's Caleb Farley here from Virginia Tech, falling all the way back here because of his back injury. Him and Jair, we saw what happened to Kevin King in the playoffs. It's time for him to go. You need Caleb to come in and be that second corner. I think that'll take their defense up a step, an elite level. Hopefully push Aaron Rodgers to stay and get them to the Super Bowl next year. At 30th, I got the Buffalo Bills drafting an edge rusher, Gregory Rousseau from Miami, Florida. I feel like this really helps with their defense a lot because they're not really a pass rush first team. They play great coverage, though. Of course, they got Micah Hyde, Tre'Davious White, and the others in the backfield as well as Tremaine Edmonds. And they got Ed Oliver up front already. Why not add another edge rusher to come and help with Ed Oliver get to the quarterback? Now, 31st, the Kansas City team, they just let go of almost all their O-linemen. So I think they're going to go draft the O-lineman first round. And none other better than Tevin Jenkins at the 31st. This could be a stretch in my opinion. I feel like he could get drafted possibly a little early, but I wouldn't be surprised if he drops this far to the Chiefs. I think that'll be a steal for them in the draft, and I really like that pickup for them. In the last pick in the draft, the first round, I had a flip-flop between this because the Bucs, they just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I say thinking they either take a running back or a cornerback. Those are my 2. But with the signing of Leonard Fournette back, and they already got Ronald Jones Jr., I say they take Asante Samuel's son, Asante Samuel Jr. at corner from Florida State, adding more depth into that secondary that played really good during the playoffs. I think that's a great pickup for them. And that's who I got closing out this first round of the NFL draft for 2021.
That's tough. That is tough.
Yeah.
Okay. I got the Colts at 21 taking edge rusher, Penn State's Jason Away. I think that's how you say it. The defense has proved itself to be great. You continue to stack it up, honestly, because defense wins championships, obviously. Why not start young? Why not start here? And that offense, probably, you could also go receiver here, but Ty is up there in age. I think your next people up are Michael Pittman, and then you gotta go out and get somebody else. You gotta go out and get him somebody. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Elijah Moore, if he was still on the board, if they drafted him, I wouldn't be surprised if they got him. But I got him going edge rusher. Titans, why not stack up that O-line? Your whole team is the running back, so why not just stack up, make them happy? Make them happy. I got him going Walker Little here. I got him going there. Keep on feeding Derrick Henry until he turns into Todd Gurley, even though I doubt that he will because he's just a monster, freaking nature. Just keep on stacking that line. I got Walker Little at 22. 23. I have them also going edge rusher, the Jets. I got them taking Aziz Ojulari. I think that's how you say it. I got them taking him. You got what you needed in the offseason. Even though that Najee Harris, I never thought about that, but that might not be bad. That might not be bad, but
Yeah.
I think here you gotta stack that defense up. You got to start with the defense because you lost Jamal Adams. You gotta go. You gotta start your defense now. You got Corey Davis. You got your quarterback. You got Zach Wilson. You got like Jameson Crowder. I think that was his name. He's not terrible. He just needs to be used correctly. He's not bad. He did his thing. So the offense is doable. Just you need to start the defense. Yeah, you can't stack one and then just leave the other. You gotta, even it out. But I think that pickup is gonna be good for them. Steelers, you're crazy if you don't go running back here. If you don't take Najee Harris, the Steelers are crazy. Now, this next up is O-line. If I don't see running back or lineman, they're crazy. Just take them out the playoffs, please. Just take them out the playoffs. Like, they gotta go Najee Harris here. Their run game stinks over the past couple of years. They've been dead last, not dead last, but like almost dead last. You might as well call it that. Their run game sucks. Big Ben, if they got a run game, Big Ben wouldn't have to throw the ball 50 times a game. His old arm.
They can run 5 out though.
They can run that, but Big Ben is like almost 40.
Yeah.
Big Ben's almost 40. So it's like his arm can't take that anymore. So it's just like, you gotta get out. You gotta go running back here so you can switch the offense around. 25th, I got them going tight end. Why not give Trevor Lawrence an old reliable? You got DJ Chark. You got I forgot how to say his name.
Visca Chenault.
Yeah,
I know it
him.
now.
Yeah, yeah. You got him. You got DJ Chark. That's solid. Get him an old reliable. Get him a Jason Witten. I got him going Pat. Don't know how to say his last name, but Pat Freiermuth. I think that's how you say it. I doubt that was right, but hey, y'all know what I'm talking about. That defense. I think you go defense later in the draft, but as of right now, I think you should go tight end just to get another weapon for Trevor Lawrence. Because if you are Trevor Lawrence, you want to be as happy and as you need to be as happy as possible to know who you're throwing the ball to. So, yeah, 26 Browns. I got them going Jeremiah Owusu Korom. You know what I mean? Yeah, out of the linebacker out of Notre Dame. I think that defense is solid, especially after just adding Jadeveon Clowney, which we're going to get into tomorrow. But I think the only thing that's missing from the Browns is a linebacker. The offense is solid. Defense is solid all around except for the linebacker core. Get them a linebacker. Get the linebacker, and y'all gonna be good. I think this could be a top defense next year. Hopefully not, because we playing 27th. My Ravens. I'm hearing wide receiver. I'm hearing we go defense. If we go defense first round, I give up on this team. But I'm lying though. I got us also.
Y'all hit last year.
Yeah, we hit last year
Patrick
Queen with Patrick Queen, but it's like our linebacker, like we don't develop defensive linemen that well unless you're Brandon Williams. But other than that, we haven't really drafted a great person on the line. If you're not Terrell Suggs or Brandon Williams, that's tough. That I can think of at the top of my head. But I got us going Terrace Marshall Jr. as well. Gotta get him a receiver. I think he's like 6'2", 6'3". He runs I think it was a 4.4. I don't know. Everybody ran 4.4, so I'm just assuming he ran one too. But that's a nice, tall, fast weapon that you can use. Get you an Anquan Bolden. Like, come on. I think, and plus Patrick Queen, he basically told our GM, to just go out and get him because LSU players ball out. So I feel like they go there. 28, I think Saints go Caleb Farley. I think they go Caleb Farley. I think that's a great pickup for them, especially since, that defense is not getting any younger. I don't remember. I can't even name a young person on that defense, honestly. Probably Marshawn Lattimore. I don't know how old he is. 29, I got them going Asante Samuel Jr. I think that's still a good pickup besides Caleb Farley because you had Caleb Farley going there. I think Asante is just as good of a pickup next to Jair. So I think that can do some work too. Bills, I got them going edge rusher. Jalen Phillips. Why not add speed to that defense? You're already fast. Add some more of it. 31, I also have them going Tevin Jenkins. They're idiots if they go anywhere else except linemen here. So you might as well just go get Tevin Jenkins. And 32, your offense is fine. Your line is fine. Your defense is perfect. Just go ahead and draft a safety. Jamar Johnson. I think they go safety. They just drafted Winfield last year. I feel like if you put him on one side, Jamar Johnson on the other side, that could be something. I think their corners are straight. Carlton Davis. I think that's solid. But this was really like a not serious pick. Really like we have the pick, so here we can develop you. But I don't really see any flaws in this Buccaneers defense or offense and Buccaneers team where they need to draft anybody. So yeah, I got them going Jamar Johnson as basically like a gimme, just like I guess we'll take you pick. But yeah, that's all I got to say. You got any thoughts?
Yeah, you said Caleb Farley and Asante Samuel Jr. on the same level.
I didn't say they're on the same level, but I think I don't think it's going to be that big of a loss for the Packers. Asante Samuel is really good. He's not better or maybe on the same page as Caleb Farley, but it's not far. It's not far.
Better live up to his father's legacy, then.
He better. But hey, y'all, that's gonna wrap it up for the mock drafts. Thank you for being here with us. Shout out to Austin. Couldn't be here, but thank you for your video, your input, still being with us. And yeah, tomorrow we got something for you guys. The David Clowney, as we talked about, is now a Cleveland Brown. So we're going to talk about how I feel about that as a Ravens fan. And yeah, but until then, it's your boys Juice and Lou, and we out of here. Peace.
Yo, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, turn post notifications on so you know when we post next. All right, peace.